I had leaked my fucking stream key, bro.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here. And I'm gonna use Code Producer to fill out this song. So first I'm gonna click capture your audio. Now let's analyze the
Check the 911 with the location of your emergency.
She was just 16. She was pregnant.
She come home every day because she got responsibility. She walked to the embassy with her sister to pick her brother up and 5 months pregnant.
And now she is missing.
It's overwhelming them. They deserve better. They deserve better. Naomi deserves better. Your family deserves better. You were raised to be a quality person. And they deserve to know the truth.
No body, no crime scene, no murder weapon.
Jonathan killed her. Jonathan killed her, and he got rid of her body in a dumpster. Number what?
Truck number 7.
Truck number 7.
And yet her uncle would be convicted of her murder by his own words. What makes a man confess to the unthinkable again and again? If you believe Iayze Sawyer's story deserves to be heard, and that justice shouldn't depend on whether there's a body, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment with your thoughts on the verdict. Let's make sure...
Wait, we just gonna ignore that? Bro just said, if you think her case deserves justice, like and subscribe. We just gonna slip that in there?
Like Iayze's are never forgotten. It was December 19th, 2018, a Wednesday, Jacksonville, Florida. Iayze Sawyer, just 16, didn't come home after school. That alone was enough to raise alarms. Her mother, Kimberly Mobley, knew her daughter's habits. Iayze didn't stray off track. By evening, Kimberly was already on edge. Something wasn't sitting right. Iayze was a sophomore at Terry Parker High, top of her class, always on time, always focused. Her younger sister, a freshman, went to the same school. Her younger sister had called their mother first, panicked. Iayze hadn't gotten on the bus. Kimberly was at work when she got the call. She picked up the phone and called 911.
Check the 911 with the location of your emergency.
You wanna come home from life to Florida, she gonna turn for that to the phone is gonna shake it nothing like that. It's not like that. Okay. You have no idea what she is.
Kimberly made it clear this wasn't like her daughter. Something was off. She didn't know what, but she knew it wasn't right.
Do you think it's foul play?
Ma'am, I have no idea. This is not like, this is out of character for her. And for me to call you all, something's wrong.
Okay.
Something is definitely wrong.
Okay.
Like, she come home every day because she got responsibility. She walked to the embassy with her sister to pick her brother up and 5 months pregnant.
Okay.
Once the news broke that Iayze was missing, the whole family lit up their phones. It was chaos. They called friends, neighbors, teachers, everyone. Nobody could figure it out, how a girl like Iayze could vanish without a trace. Attendance records said she skipped her last 2 classes that day. And cameras, they showed her walking up.
I'm saying I only got 1 burger. I need another burger. And give me something on the side too. Like, I don't know, surprise me. I feel this belly up. I need another burgie.
School grounds at 11 a.m. That was the last confirmed sighting. Randall Smith taught AP.
Bro, I always
Terry
ate like
Parker.
this. My metabolism was just always pushing the shit out, but now I'm gaining some. No lie.
She was the last known person to see Iayze before she disappeared.
She?
He confirmed sighting. Randall Smith taught AP at Terry Parker. She was the last known person to see Iayze before she disappeared. He remembered her well.
We were taking a test that day. She did just fine on it. She did really well on the test. Be quiet. Always did her work. Good grade.
She had big plans, medicine or law. She hadn't decided which, but she was serious about both. She was close to her mom, the kind of kid who didn't hide much, at least not usually. Randall had a hard time after she vanished.
Because they didn't know, you couldn't just withdraw the student. Literally for the rest of the year, I had to mark her absent every single day. And so you had that daily physical reminder of something you had to do.
There was something else, something even her teacher didn't know. At just 16, Iayze was 5 months pregnant. It wasn't public. She'd only told her mom not long before she vanished.
The only bad judgment she did was getting pregnant. She was on track where she could graduate next year at 10th grade. She's an honor student, an honor society student, all that. No problems. And we could just not like her at all.
The family didn't push her away. Instead, they embraced it. They even picked out a name, Hazel Michelle. They just wanted Iayze safe. Footage from the school showed her walking out at 11 a.m., just like attendance had said. But after that, nothing. The camera lost her. Whoever picked her up, they stayed just outside the lens. She had 2 bags with her. One looked like a normal school bag, books, notebooks, the usual. The other one stood out. That bag was stuffed with Victoria's Secret items. Nobody could explain that part. It didn't fit the rest of the picture. Police leaned toward one theory, that she'd left on her own. Maybe stress at home, maybe something about the pregnancy. Maybe she just didn't want to talk about who the father was. They thought there'd been no signs of force, no struggle, nothing alarming at the school. They did their basic checks, walked around, set up a tip line, but most of the heavy lifting, that came from the family. They searched, asked around, and posted flyers. But no matter how much they looked, they couldn't find her. By day 2, the trail was cold. No messages, no calls, no sightings. Police still leaned toward the runaway theory, until Kimberly Mobley found something that changed everything. She was tearing through her daughter's room, not out of panic, but purpose. Checked the closet, opened every box, searched the laptop, anything that might point to where Iayze went. Then she found it. It was a Word document, buried in the recycle bin. Looked like something Iayze had tried to delete. Kimberly opened it, read through it once, then again. It wasn't just a journal. It was personal, raw, a few pages long. Iayze had poured her thoughts into it. Her feelings, her heartbreak, her silence. All about someone named Jose.
How do you get to it? Tell me how to get to it.
I went there in the recycle bin right here.
The recycle bin?
And then she also got other notes over here on the side. They asked you for a password. She got some of the notes locked. And she got other stuff that she wrote in here about him too, though.
All of it pointed to something Iayze had tried to keep private. And Kimberly had never heard the name Jose before. Who was Jose? That question hit hard. Was it someone real, or a name she used to hide the truth? Kimberly didn't know, but now police were paying closer attention. because this wasn't looking like a runaway anymore. One clue came from the past. The name wasn't Jose, but it brought up someone else. Almost a year before Iayze vanished, there had been another man, an older neighbor who lived just across the street. His name was Kamar Humphrey. Back in early 2018, when Iayze was 15, he'd been involved with her.
March of 2018, did police come to your home?
I believe so, yes, ma'am. In March, yes, ma'am.
And what happened when police came to your home?
I believe this is the time I did the mouth swab. I believe.
And what did they tell you why they were doing that mouth swab?
For a kid or something like that.
Were you in a relationship with Iayze?
Can you describe the relationship?
Whatever you believe the relationship is, were you in any sort of relationship with Iayze?
Yes.
How many times had you and Iayze slept together?
Once.
Kimberly had pushed for a kit. The police had followed through, took a DNA sample from Humphrey. The results matched, and that made him a registered offender. With all that sitting in the file, police shifted focus. Now they had a reason to believe Iayze hadn't just run off. Now they had someone they needed to talk to again. And the closer they looked, the more questions came up. So, who was Jose, really? At first, everyone thought the answer might be Kamar Humphrey. He had a history with Iayze, and it had already been confirmed through DNA. But there was one problem. The timeline didn't match. The pregnancy didn't line up with when he had last been with her. That didn't mean the relationship had ended. Friends said it had gone on for months. But still, police had to ask where he was the day Iayze vanished. He had an answer. Proof, too. He was out of town. So, they ruled him out. But that left them with a bigger question. If Kamar wasn't Jose, who was? The answer came from someone closer than anyone expected. Iayze's sister finally spoke up. She said Jose wasn't her boyfriend. Jose was Uncle John. Uncle John, his real name, Jonathan Quillis. Jonathan was married to one of Iayze's aunts, Naomi. The kids called him Uncle John. He was a friendly, reliable man who worked hard. He had a kid, and another one on the way. Everyone liked him, and that's what he took advantage of.
Can you tell us what happened when you and the defendant are in the water at the beach when you're 13 years old?
Yes. He was touching me like with his hands over my body.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
As Iayze's younger sister, Simia, later recalled in testimony, Kimberly called the police and told them what she'd learned. She was certain now that Jonathan Quillis and Jose were the same person. So, on the 27th of December 2018, officers headed over to his house with a warrant to search the house. Jonathan pulled up while they were still outside. Calm, steady, not shaken at all.
Hey John, what's going on?
This is crazy. Yeah.
What's reported missing today? Was she here?
No. She's not. There's no report of a missing child today.
And who's the other lady next to her?
That's her sister, and I think that's my sister's wife.
Okay. The craziness
all
stuff.
this just happened. Yeah. Like both of us. I was just trying to get this damn guy to sign a lease over there, and I'm coming back. I see patrol cars in my dang house.
He had just come back from trying to get a lease signed. Still, he played it cool. Said he was just as confused as everyone else.
So, I'm going to tell you, with regards to this here, do I think my husband is capable of any of this? No, I don't. But I don't. We have a missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, so those are pretty serious allegations.
Yeah, you tell me about it. And this is the reason, because me and my wife, we don't even talk to any of them because they were starting these rumors a while back. It's like.
He explained they were alienated because his sister-in-law was habitual of this.
We literally had her kids for
You know,
Yeah.
some are at a time, and then, you know, weekends, like, yeah, all of them. And, you know, it's just like, if we knew where she was at, we would have been the first ones to grab her ass and bring her over.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're posting stuff on our Facebook trying to find her the same way they are.
Jonathan and Naomi admitted that there had been some tension since the girl's mother had blocked their number after finding a Word document on Iyanna's laptop.
Once that all happened, we got blocked completely from having any communication.
But then the girl said, "Oh, we can't speak with you now because we blocked. Mama said to block you, so we gotta wait until this passes over." So I mean, the same, but it's not uncommon.
Yeah, this has happened before, and then they come and they'll stay, you know, weekends over here at the house.
If they knew anything, they'd be out there searching too, just like the rest of the family. As the conversation continued, it became clear the officers were circling in. They needed to ask the hard questions. So, Iyanna wasn't happy. At least, that's what her uncle was trying to establish. The teen wasn't great with her mother, and good guy Jonathan was there to guide her.
I explained to them, I was like, listen, your situation is awesome compared to my situation growing up, you know what I mean? I had a real rough one growing up. Just, you know, stay focused in school. Stay focused. You want to get out the house, the right way is
School, yeah.
And then, no, she's an honor student, like, big
good.
time, yeah. Oh, big time. She's an honor student, and
According to Jonathan, Iyanna was planning to leave.
she's doing everything that she needs to do to go ahead and make a transition to get out and go to college. And I was like, well, that's the best way, you know, that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
The officers were letting him talk, and he talked. He went on, and finally started giving them the goods. Iyanna had told him she was pregnant.
When I asked her about it, she said that she knew who the father was, but she didn't say.
She didn't know?
Yeah, she knows who the father was when child was.
With that information, he started painting her character.
But then, you know what I'm saying, you can't really take anything that she's saying serious, because now that she's been gone, all this stuff that's been going on, she's been dealing with this dude and that dude and this other one is something that she was dealing with cousins at the same time, that one's supposed to be the bigger father, you know, another one she's dealing with. So I question literally everything.
Making her sound like a promiscuous teenager just looking for trouble. But then something else slipped. As they were talking through Iyanna's things, trying to list what she might have taken when she left, his wife Naomi mentioned that she'd packed a lot of Victoria's Secret stuff. That alone raised eyebrows, but when Jonathan chimed in with something far more specific, he said Iyanna had taken exactly 38 pairs of Victoria's Secret underwear. 38. The number came out casually, like it was normal for an uncle to know something like that. But it wasn't. Something about this man felt off. The officers were just observing him, and eventually they got to the routine procedures. His wife stood by him. She told police she didn't believe her husband was capable of something like this. As they slapped the cuffs on his wrists, the couple remained calm. The officers stepped aside to discuss his story. She kept insisting I'm down on my luck, she's turning a page. I'm falling in love, she's running away. Everything was okay. Jonathan claimed he was an officer and had left the force to become a bounty hunter. He wasn't arrested that day. After the interview, they let him go. Detective Abbott was now in charge, and the first thing he did was rush the DNA kit Jonathan had submitted. They already had an assault kit from Iyanna, collected back in March of 2018. The original results had shown DNA from Kamar Humphrey, the boy she'd once had a relationship with. That much made sense. But there was something else, another unknown DNA sample in the mix. Abbott wanted to know who it belonged to. The answer came back on January 7th, 2019. It was Jonathan Quillis. Jonathan was no longer just a suspicious uncle. He was now a confirmed match in a case involving a missing pregnant teenager. It had been months since Iayze Sawyer vanished. The diary had already pulled Jonathan Quiles into the picture, but now detectives were ready to go deeper.
What can you tell me about Samaya? Like, why do you think you would be here because of Samaya?
I've been accused many times by the older siblings, well, the sisters and stuff, that I've been inappropriate with Ayanna and Maya.
So he knew why he was there, but he was immediately on the offense, so he could save his face.
And how would they think what would they think is inappropriate?
Well, let's say this. The first time that it was brought to anybody's attention, they didn't hear it directly from them. I heard it from like a sister, Margie, and she mentioned that that they think that I was the reason that Yana was turned out because she got caught in, having with a guy that was over 21 across the street. So, but prior to this, we've had complications in the family.
It was also important that he told the officers how good he and his wife were.
I mean, we always help Kim, because she has 4 children. Mm-hmm. She's like almost on a minimum wage salary. Her lights always getting cut off. We always help them feed the kids, take them when she needed a break and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So she supposedly was on the wall with it, like, oh, hold on. But then again, as time passed, my wife made me aware. She never stopped them from, questioning them and stuff like that. But anyway.
He had gone out of his way for them.
So the girls would come over to your house and you do like trips to the beach.
Yeah, we always the pool we had at the house. Right. We had this is when we lived in 1503 East Lovejoy. I had a tire swing, I had zip lines, I had hammocks. This is all for them, because my daughter was still too young. I had go-karts, it's just a huge backyard, about a half-acre backyard. So the pool was there over in the backyard, and the beach. Now, the beach at first, they didn't really care for the beach. They didn't know how to swim in the beach and stuff like that.
But they would stay the night, they'd spend time at your house. And there was
the whole summer.
Anybody accusing you of anything then?
No.
And again, he told them how naive he was while Ayanna was the clever one.
Give me an example of things they think were inappropriate.
Well, I would just say what they were saying, and again, this is not something that they came directly to talk to me about, because had they did, I would have whipped out my phone and say, hey, look, Kim, wait, no, this is what we talk about every day, and the majority of it.
So you talk to them on the phone?
Yeah, I talk to them.
Talk to them, what do you... So what, did you use Facebook?
No. Yana Snapchat. Yana showed me about Snapchat. Okay. I didn't know nothing about Snapchat. I didn't even know how.
I know, that's their language.
So, that's what she showed me how to do, and then something about score streaks. So you send pictures in the morning, and then in the afternoon or whatever, as much pictures as you can send. Like selfies or whatever, or even the sky, whatever. You get like a certain score streaks or whatever. Mm-hmm. I still don't understand that too well.
Jonathan also tried to deflect the blame to someone else.
She met up with him. Her face was super swollen, like as if she got beat up, and she gave him a letter. And the letter was pretty much was ever just.
Listen.
This game. You're not ready for it.
Listen, because I'm special assault. That's what I do. Right?
You're responsible for her disappearance, yes.
But just when the tension couldn't get any higher, something else dropped. A phone call came in to the Duval County Sheriff's Office. The man on the other end introduced himself as Joseph Quiles, Jonathan's brother.
Do you have siblings?
That's my brother.
And are you twin?
No.
Oh, is he older or younger?
Older.
He's older? Mm-hmm. You guys get along?
For the most part, yeah. Our relationship has never been,
And what Jonathan's brother told them was like something out of a nightmare.
So, can you tell me why the brother that has your back would make a phone call and tell us in such great detail how she must have been suffering.
Everything he's told us is lining up. Your job's cooperating. They're pulling all the video.
Yeah.
They got the cadaver dog back there in the back where the old cars are. Okay.
Jonathan had told him everything, down to the details. He said he'd lured Iayze to his workplace, a spot with no cameras, no other employees around. It was noisy there, loud enough to cover screams.
We tracked down the dumpster, who picked it up, confirmed that it was picked up on the same day, just like you told them.
What? Like I told who? My brother?
Your brother.
No.
How would someone in New York know all these things?
Me and my brother talk a lot.
Yeah.
Through
That's
phone
right.
off the bridge.
Yeah.
How would he know so many details? And honey, he's in another state.
Yeah.
He's describing your workplace. He's like laying it out.
I've been
But why
on
would
video
he do that?
chat with him.
Why would he
multiple
do that
times.
though?
Video chat's not going to cover all that. You know that.
No. Video chat. I've been on video chat, and he knows my workplace because I say I
No.
work.
Besides that, he is so detailed.
I don't know what he told you.
He told us.
He told us the truth.
No.
He told us you tried choking her.
No.
Listen to me. Look at me, hon. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
To choke someone. And he said that it was making you sick.
No.
And it was making you sick looking at her face, probably listening to her. She was probably begging you, gurgling,
Panicked.
I'm so sorry, guys.
And he said that
This is
you
not.
got really upset,
No.
and then you ended up shooting her.
No.
Joseph said Jonathan had called him one night in December. It was either the 19th or the 20th. Jonathan had sounded panicked. He said there was a girl who might be pregnant with his child. Then came the words Joseph could never forget. His brother said he had to get rid of the body. The call ended, but a little while later, Jonathan called him again. This time, he was calm and said it was taken care of. Then, like it was nothing, he told Joseph he dumped her body in a dumpster.
Your brother had too many details, and maybe you did walk through on the video chat or whatever. He knew things about the inside of that junkyard that he wouldn't know. He knew things about that bridge that's between your home and your work, where you told him you threw her phone off in the river.
No way.
And you're gonna sit there and still say
We have a
no.
guy team
I'm telling
looking,
you.
your boss is helping.
Yeah.
We've got dogs in that yard.
They found a car.
the little
On
things,
the out there,
too.
they found a car with blood in it.
No way.
Then, the detectives dropped the hammer. They asked him how Joseph could have possibly known the details he shared with them. How he knew about the warehouse, the dumpster, even the pregnancy. Jonathan said he didn't know.
She's speaking from the dead. She's speaking from the dead. 4 pages at different times of her love. Professing her love. And how she wants to run away. How y'all are going to just be that little family that I talked about. How when you're so in love, you just are gullible and you do whatever someone says. And if they say, hey, pack a couple bags. Meet me on the edge of your school property. We're going to run away together. Oh, I believe she did it. I certainly do. I believe she did it, and I believe it's just a matter of time. And the question is, you talked about Samaya making you out to be a monster. Question for you, Jonathan. Are you a monster? Are you a monster?
Not at all.
Look at her face.
I can look at her face.
They need closure.
I'm not a monster. I had nothing to do with her disappearance. I had nothing to do with her disappearance at all.
So the whole family's off. Samaya's a liar. Your brother who loves you is just crazy. Right? Everyone's just circling Jonathan.
The last I spoke with my brother, he was all bent out of shape, and he was just like, yeah, I can't believe, I'm disappointed in you and all that there stuff. And I'm like, hold on, bro. You got this all twisted. I didn't do nothing. I have no idea what the hell happened with this young lady. any of that. So
how did he have all those details?
I don't know how he had all those details.
He kept denying it all, but the detective just hit him with another one.
When they questioned you, and they were talking to you at your home,
What time?
homicide,
Okay.
okay? You mentioned to them that she had 38 pair of underwear.
No, my wife mentioned that.
Huh?
She said
My wife
she
mentioned
took her prized possession, all her Victoria's Secret
Yes.
underwear, and you said 38 pair.
Yeah, no, well, I was giving, I don't know exact pairs of underwear that were, but I was just saying, that's what I'm saying, really, that's what she held, like, to her highest standard, was her underwear. Everybody, yeah, she does. I'm sorry, that's BS.
We asked her, and she didn't even know why we were asking.
She's like, yeah, she's got those underwear, but I don't know how many she
I
has.
asked Samaya off the cuff, you know how many underwear your sister? She started laughing, and she said, well, no. Like, why would I know? But you threw out a number, and you know, it's so funny, because sometimes when people are hiding something, because they're desperate, they will hide it. But their body always tattletales on them.
Why was he talking about his niece's underwear? Often, when a perpetrator is lying, they try to make their story more believable by throwing in solid numbers, such as 38 pairs of underwear in this case.
John,
Very down to earth.
why'd you get a new phone?
My phone, it was cracked, it was broken on the back of it, and then the front, and then the screen was starting to have.
Why'd you sell your van?
Well, the
I'm
reason.
a fire sale man. That
No, the
man
reason.
was quick.
Well, the reason. Yeah, because the starter went out on it, and
He is no longer relaxed. He is dull and in shock that the noose is tightening so quickly.
We have our DNA, which, I'll be honest, we were looking at the guy across the street. He was the only guy on the radar. You weren't even, I didn't even know your name. Who are you? You meant nothing to me. I didn't even know you were there. Who's Uncle Jonathan? I don't know. I'm looking at the kid across the street, the 21-year-old. And I say, hey, let's get his DNA. Now we got his DNA, sure enough. But we got yours too. Boom, who is this? Who's this?
They hadn't been focused on him before, but his own DNA put him on their radar. Another detective started interrogation, and he tried a different tactic.
I can't swear at a man? Probably not. This is sick. That was 2 clicks.
Do you realize because it's your wife, and also because she's pregnant, she seems to kind of be the dominant role in your marriage. That is also a possibility we've considered that maybe she put you up to something.
No.
And that we also need to talk to her too. And we need to bring her down here and talk to her also as a suspect.
you don't even have to do any of that. You can talk to her at the house. I mean, like I said, if that wasn't you, I'd talk to the other guy. You guys could have called me. I would have came in here willingly to talk to you guys. You know? I mean, we have nothing to do with the disappearance of Iayze Sawyer. We have nothing to do with it at all, whatsoever.
Perhaps if the mother of his new baby was at stake, he might just confess, or at the very least, take the blame away from her. But Jonathan was...
Iayze never.
You want to share or come clean with, then at this point I'm going to place you under arrest for battery. It's a first-degree felony, and that was it.
Only 2 days into this setup, it worked. The wire started recording, and Jonathan began to talk. At first, he rambled, moved from subject to subject, spilling pieces of a puzzle he didn't even seem to realize he was laying out.
You did good by doing it. Getting rid of the body and all that. Why they want me to? Because my brother. That's why you killed them. If he didn't think she was going to jail, or you just felt like it was going to hit his hand and lay on.
Yeah, just 16 months that she came off that she was pregnant. There is a possibility that was mine.
He complained about his brother, questioned why he had snitched, and then shifted to Iayze. Then came the critical part.
Well, you saw that we were
It was all going on. It was loud.
Well, you shot at the job, nothing the whole night.
He lied at the job.
This girl would have jumped out screaming, you didn't so what about the cameras?
This camera system, it's like everything is blurry, nothing is focused. And that's the thing, the cameras do work, but they suspect. You know, in Ace part, there's so many spots you can throw over the gate.
I get why you killing me. You did the right thing, because you probably be in a worse situation to shoot yourself.
It sounded chillingly like he thought he had done the only thing he could do to save himself. He even told the inmate that killing her might have actually saved him from an even worse fate. It was as if he needed to convince himself that he was the victim in all this. Detective Abbott now had his jailhouse recording, and with it in hand, he knew exactly where to go next. Ace Pick-Apart, the auto salvage yard where Quillis worked, might hold the key to confirming or discrediting everything he'd said. On December 19th, the day Iayze vanished, Quillis had reportedly left work briefly. He claimed he went up near the airport to pick up some parts, a trip that would have taken him well away from the school Iayze attended. That excuse was thin, but plausible. What wasn't so easy to explain was where he went inside the yard. He went to his office to pick up red tape and drove off for his break. Surveillance footage showed him driving into a section of the lot where there were no cameras. That area was used by many workers. It was off limits. It was also loud, just like he'd told his brother and the wired inmate. That's the spot police now believed he lured Iayze to before killing her, based on the jailhouse recording. There was no blood, no DNA, nothing to physically connect that gun to Iayze. But that might have been the whole point. If he fired it that day, and any testing came back showing the weapon had been recently discharged, it would make sense. No red flags, no questions. After listening to Jonathan Quillis's jailhouse recordings, Detective Abbott focused on one lead, the dumpster. On September 20th, 2018, a garbage company had picked up a container from the salvage yard and taken it to Otis Road landfill. What followed was a massive 3-week search, costing over $1.5 million, with excavators digging through 80-foot piles of trash. They found possible clothing, but nothing conclusive. No body, no weapon, no clear evidence. The search ended with more questions than answers. 6 months after Iayze Sawyer disappeared, investigators took the case to a grand jury. On July 18, 2019, Jonathan Quillis was indicted on 3 counts: first-degree murder of Iayze, first-degree murder of her unborn child, and battery. In Florida, charging for the death of the unborn child was allowed, and given the case details, it felt necessary. The grand jury didn't hesitate. Detectives went back to the jail to give Quillis the news directly.
You met with the grand jury today on your case as well as several others, and you are being indicted on first-degree murder. The 3rd count is going to be battery. Okay? We need to advise you of that.
Okay.
All right. We would like to talk to you if you're willing to speak with us.
I have an attorney that's representing me. She doesn't want me to talk to nobody without her being present.
That's fine.
On September 14th, 2023, the trial of Jonathan Quillis began inside the Duval County Courthouse in Jacksonville, Florida. He sat in the courtroom facing 3 heavy charges. He pleaded not guilty to all 3. Prosecution showed all the text messages. They were, at times, explicit and mostly emotionally manipulative.
9/4/2018, 9/27. I'm very aggravated right now. I'm going to hit you later. 9/7/2018, 12/21. Yeah, so I need you to be like 100% with me at all times. I'm just so in love with you, I'll kill you and cry.
Those who answer the call of the vagabond know that the best stories aren't about...
Naomi Mobley, now Jonathan's ex-wife and Iayze's aunt, finally spoke the truth in court. She had known.
What, if anything, did you do thereafter?
I told him at that time that he needed to stop speaking with my nieces, and he needs to give my family space. I said that it looks really bad and he needs to distance himself.
Did you learn thereafter whether or not he stopped speaking and or communicating?
I learned after that he did in fact continue speaking with them.
Naomi remembered something else too. His behavior changed after Iyanna vanished.
There was a change in his behavior after she went missing. Prior to that, he was fidgety and nervous. He was restless. After she went missing, then he slept like a baby.
Jonathan's brother, Joseph Quillis, also stepped up. He told the jury about a series of calls between him and Jonathan during that critical 48-hour window, December 18th to 20th, 2018.
His demeanor was a little off. It was kind of like he was nervous or a little panicky about something.
Have you heard your brother sound panicky to you on previous occasions?
No, he was more concerned about what is he going to do with the young lady in question. That she might be pregnant, and what is he going to do? He doesn't want to ruin his family and mess up what he has already going on.
He told Joseph he had picked Iyanna up from school under the pretense of running away together. Then came the hardest part.
He had her sitting in a vehicle, waiting. He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went, shot her in the chest, and then he proceeded to discard the body by transporting it into a dumpster and destroying the vehicle.
Mr. Iayze, were you surprised by what he told you?
Absolutely.
In the end, it wasn't just Joseph's heartbreak or Naomi's testimony or the Snapchats that turned the tide. It was Jonathan Quillis himself. He couldn't stop talking. The jailhouse recordings are what got him in the end. The jury didn't need to imagine what happened. They heard it from Quillis himself. As the audio played, the courtroom felt the air shift. Jurors turned to stare at him. Their faces said it all. That was the moment. That was when doubt fell away and conviction took its place.
You shot her right here. You don't mind me asking, I'm just blunt.
Yeah, I know.
I know you don't really want to talk about it because y'all want to be able to get rid of the body.
See, I felt garbage over at the landfill. They'll be buried under like 3 feet of garbage.
One by one, the jury delivered their verdicts. Guilty of first-degree murder of Iyanna Sawyer. Guilty of first-degree murder of her unborn child. Guilty of battery against a minor. No hesitation, no ambiguity. Then came the final question. Should Jonathan Quillis spend the rest of his life in prison, or should he face the death penalty? The jury didn't deliberate long. When they returned, they announced their decision. Life in prison, no chance of parole. The judge made it official. 3 consecutive life sentences. Not because there was blood or DNA or a body, but because in the end, Jonathan Quillis gave them the truth himself, and it was more than enough. This case didn't end because someone cracked. It ended because Jonathan Quillis couldn't stop talking. Not to police, not to...
Get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase at Ashley's Labor Day sale going on now. Plus, you can snooze now and pay later with no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Shop more Labor Day mattress deals in store and online, only at Ashley. Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where
where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
What are you, like a magician or something? Yeah. And what are you, a psychic? Well, do a trick or something. Well, what kind of trick? Make this longer. This guy is big, but this gun is stronger. Abracadabra, let's make it longer. Whoops. Sorry about that. Who's the magician now? That's amazing. Could you make it longer, though? This guy is big. This gun is stronger. Abracadabra. Let's make it longer. And that'll be 20. Ever exist. This is a Glock 20, but it now has a 16-inch barrel, a slide cut, and it is threaded. I am very excited about this thing. I have not shot it yet. I am curious to see if it will function and what kind of velocities are we going to get out of this thing with a 16-inch barrel. So now let's go get...
Yo, I'm 50. Yo, 50 Cent, let him know 50 Cent, that's... Oh, 50 Cent, yes. Curse. Yo, I'm 50. Yo, 50 Cent, let him know 50 Cent, that's... Oh, 50 Cent, yes. Curse.
Up and get started. Okay, first things first, we're going to take a few shots at this thing and see if it will even function. I am loaded up with some 200 grain 10mm hard cast. Okay, let's see if it will even chamber. But guys, we're off to a good start. We are 30 yards back. That is a very weird feeling. It's like the slide is moving in slow-mo. It's working. Oh. For long slide. Hey, dirty.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
We the ones killing your partner, do something. Bitch, up on the score, I think I want a new one. Maybe bounce out the car 2 feet, hit the ground tryna. Nah. I don't know, I feel like this. You don't wanna die, we'll smoke you. I did what these niggas supposed to. You better watch them niggas you close to. Can't get caught low for one, fuck my locals. We get to playing with numbers Sudoku. I'ma switch on that Glock like a Roku. I'm the type nigga you look for. I ain't hard to catch me in no boo. I put the dick in that bitch, I ain't treat for the bitch, she gon' eat it like soul food. Got this shit brick by the brick, I ain't worried about niggas, they pull up, we ghost you. You better not think with your dick, I'ma fuck the boy over, he fuck with them hoes too. I'm on a whole nother level, double S Camaro, Super Saiyan, Goku. Maybach ain't hard to blow through. Pull up and kill who close to you. I know that L there hurt you. Type shit make a bitch hold you. Type shit call up your mama, start crying cause you don't got no one to cope to. Type shit have you tryna go to hell cause you don't got nowhere to go to. You better hope we don't make bail or we gon' pull up and smoke you. You would think my ARP went to jail the way to get out and grope you. That's it. Nah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing no more. Hey, you don't know what you're doing no more. You don't know what he's saying no more. Hey, never since, man, I ain't gonna say that no more, you know? That's all I see. Got a bad little bitch on me. Spent 50 when a nigga feel clean. Hold on, I was just dying these dreams. Put money on his head, I scheme. They concerned for the shit I breathe. But at least I ain't hooked on lean. I'ma kick back, roll up 3. While the bitch unbutton my jeans. I'm up at money on money. I'm up 100 level. Niggas be talking, it's funny. He better hope I don't catch him. I'm on Gucci on Gucci. They tryna get on my level. Dip it here look like a roach. Just like a body. Tell that bitch hop in the tossy. I keep on telling her you don't want to lose me. I used to hang on the L with Mookie. I don't do drop-by, I walk above. Shot that boy up, cried to chalk above. Went to cool, jump free off like a bum. Hop out, popping up. And that chopper gon' chop it up. I'm fucking up, but I don't want nothing. I tell him you gotta sit down, son. I'm on another level. I hop in that whip and start fucking the pedal up. They said I ain't getting bigger, but really I'm chillin'. I feel like I did enough. Ty kid feel like he spent enough. Rock the bird, but we can drip with us. Let's make a movie, shit, lick it up. But niggas talking about drilling us. But niggas talking about drilling us. But niggas talking about drilling us. Wait. That's all I see. Got a bad little bitch on me. Spent 50 when a nigga feel clean. Hold on, I was just dying these dreams. Put money on his head, I scheme. They concerned for the shit I breathe. But at least I ain't hooked on lean. I'ma kick back, roll up 3. While the bitch unbutton my jeans. I'm up at money on money. I'm up 100 level. Niggas be talking, it's funny. He better hope I don't catch him. I'm on Gucci on Gucci. They tryna get on my level.
I'm gonna switch to my PC.